for inviting me. It's my great pleasure to share my thought. Actually, today's the subject is very difficult for me, but I would like to try to share my thought about this the subject through through explanation of our hospital. And first of all, I would like to try to explain the first page only in Hindi. Joisa उल्लेख किया गया है हमारे अस्पताल की प्राथमिक चुनौती है इंडिया और जापान का सर्वश्रेष्ठ ये विषय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी और आबे सान के द्वारा शुरू किए गया इंडिया जापान सामरिक साझेदारी के समान है. Thank you. Okay. Actually, this the picture is the exterior of Sakra World Hospital. Our hospital started in 2014. Actually, the only 2 years old baby, and sorry, oh. Okay, location is the beside Outer Ring Road, and between Bangalore, the lake, and Maratahari. Actually, this is showing the lobby area of our hospital. Actually, very the wide and the bright. The design actually we did to reduce the tension and the anxiety of patient and family. Okay, first I would like to explain about the name of Sakra. Actually, we named our hospital Sakra. In the hope that we can make patient feel joy of spring. As you see that the sakra is basically the cherry blossom, and the Japanese the national flower. The very beautiful the scenery you can enjoy if you will come to Japan in the spring, and you can see the very beautiful cherry blossom in the flowers. Briefly, I would like to introduce the profile of this our hospital. The bed size is the 350 beds, and we have 6 centers of center of excellence and 30 specialties. And investors, actually, the 2 Japanese company had 100% of the equity of our company actually. And the Seiko medical system, I came from Seiko medical system, has the 60% the major means the major shareholder. And Toyota Tsusho, I would like to explain later about these investors. But Toyota Tsusho is one of the biggest the trading company in Japan, and this is one of the subsidiary of Toyota Group actually. And management, the MD, name is Yashima, who came from Seiko medical system, and Mr. Ravekesh, who is the serving as in the COO. Okay. Actually, we have the 6 center of excellence. Very fortunately, we the very renowned the doctors joined us, and they bring up our the brand. Very the first and significantly actually. The SECOM is not familiar in India because the SECOM has never enter into the Indian business actually. But the origin is security. The medical department division also one of the 7 the service lines. And the vision is realizing the social system industry. Mission to provide security and peace of mind wherever and whenever necessary. SECOM is running the 18 hospitals in Japan. The total number of the bed size is the 5,800. Actually, very big the hospital chain the SECOM has, and this hospital chain is the second biggest chain in this country. As I briefed, the Toyota Tsusho is one of the biggest the trading company and in Japan, and they operating the worldwide. Our vision and mission. I would like to explain that Sakra family. We put the importance on the word family because we want to make our team think and treat the patients as same as for their family. That's why we put the family, the word of family. And the mission to be #1 hospital in India in patient and employee satisfaction with Indo-Japanese wisdom and passion by 2021. Okay, I want to move the next area. I would like to explain about the feature of Sakra. As I said, our hospital is only 2 years old baby, but we have been conducting a lot of unique activities by mixing up the knowledge of Indo-Japanese. We are going on Indo-Japanese clinical collaboration in especially 3 core specialties. Today also, the one Japanese gastroenterologist is working on the hands-on training for the ultrasound endoscopy for giving the training for our the young doctors. These are the example. The actually last the 6 months we did such the collaboration, clinical collaboration work. Two weeks back, our hospital and Hokkaido University. Hokkaido University is the one of the prominent national university in Japan, medical college. Our, Sakra and Hokkaido University, collaboratively they conducted the neuro-cadaver course. And, the 14, the Japanese attended, and 28, the Indian local doctors also, attended. And because why so much, Japanese doctor, came to here to attend this, the cadaver course? Because in law, in Japan, for doctors, cadaver is not, restricted to you, for training purpose. That's why, they came and get the opportunity to learn through the cadaver session. And the most of the all Japanese delegates said that excellent in the quality of cadaver. And actually venue was the MS Lamaya hospital, and at there very fantastic the facility there for cadaver course, and they were very much impressed. We will, conclude the MOU. We means, the Sakra World Hospital and the Hokkaido University Medical College will conclude the MOU. Actually, for Hokkaido University, this is the first case to affiliate with the foreign private hospital besides medical the colleges. They have the affiliation with Pittsburgh University or Chulalongkorn University in Thailand, but this is the first in the affiliation with the foreign private hospital. Very much honorable, I think, and we will accept every year one doctor for 1 year. Alternately, we will accept and the Hokkaido University has a strong aim to send a young doctor to train, to get the opportunity to train the advanced neurosurgical the procedures. Okay, this is the Japanese style clinical pathway. Actually, this, the sheet is including everything. The horizontal is showing the horizontal is showing the the date. Date means the left side the 1 day before surgery. The next day, the day next right is the day of surgery. Before, day of surgery, after. Next is the day the after surgery, and 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, like this. And vertically, you can see the the all the contents of the treatment and the care. These are including every concerning categories, like the doctor, clinicians, nurses, the nutritionists, the therapists, such all the all inclusive actually. This I enlarged this one. You can show the very detail of the procedure, the contents of the procedure, or medication, or etc. Actually, by using this, the clinical care pathway, the benefit of the using this Japanese style clinical care pathway is is very easy to explain when we will give the IC, informed consent, and the standardization also the very beneficial point actually, and the team practice. all the concerning people, the staff can conduct the treatment or care by using this the sheet. So it's very useful, I think, and as of now, we developed 6 clinical care pathway. Actually, in Japan, this the clinical care pathway is embedded in EMR, and only one click, the clinician can order every the order would be done by the one click. Okay, I want to change the topic into nursing. Actually, we designed the career ladder for nursing. This picture is showing that the specialty nurse, the general nurse, education nurse, infection control nurse, quality and safety nurse, such ladder we defined. And next slide this slide is showing about the Japanese style career ladder system. As you see, the band is showing the salary band. Salary is linking with all the ladders, and expected roles and training program. This is a most important point. This ladder system is showing the training program, internal and the external, and criteria for promotion. What is the benefit? Benefit is very simple. The link with appraisal, promotion, salary will generate the incentive to learn. This is the purpose of the nursing career ladder system. This ladder system, this is showing about the nurse officers. For example, as an example, the expected laws and training program, the internal and external. You can see that nominated the few nurses can go to Japan and learn the good practice in Secom hospital. And we are expecting that they will introduce much better care to Sakra. This is our intention. Nursing education team. Actually, the 3 the Japanese nurses are there, and 3 the local. In total, 6 the members are working daily basis for training the train the nurses. Okay, next, I would like to move to the next the viewpoint. Actually, Kaizen activity. Toyota, as you know, Toyota is the king of the Kaizen activity. We have been conducting 2 the major Kaizen activities using the Toyota style lean methodologies. This one is model word project. First the 2 months we focused on one word, and the next 4 months expand to others. Actually, we found out the 14 problem solving programs, and the OT Kaizen project. All as you can understand, so many problems we could find out. Actually, 4 months the activity. This is the process analysis that Toyota Corporation is applying. the process review, tuning, the monitor, and action. We also apply the way of process analysis. And by doing this, the Kaizen activity, we could get the such the thank you. Sorry. Major improvement we could get. For instance, the plan discharge TAT, the Corwell, the TAT, and cleaning tax, such the operational improvement we could get. So such the Kaizen activity we are doing. Okay, we will move the final the subject areas. As I showed, we have we have been conducting several activities with mixing up of Indo-Japanese the knowledge. First of all, I would like to introduce the Japanese style of healthcare system. It's very beautifully the harmonizing and formulating comprehensive healthcare system in each district. Actually, in Japan, very smart, the bureaucrat, design the future and take initiative. And especially, Japanese government has strong intention to strengthen the function of these areas: visiting care, home care, and rehabilitation care. Actually. This is the target composition of the hospital's bed number. In total, the present 12 lakhs the bed number is there in Japan. Actually, but the rehabilitation the beds is only occupying 9%. But in 2025, the Japanese government want to expand this ratio of rehabilitation into 31%. Why there the such the intention? I would like to explain. The one national surveillance for effectiveness of rehabilitation is there. This survey is conducted in 2015, and number of responding, the hospital is 799 hospitals, and the bed size is this, and the length of stay, the average length of stay is 77 days, and the average consuming time of the therapy is 2.9 hours per day. And measure, two scales was applied for measuring the outcome of rehabilitation. One is BI, Brussels Index, and next is FIM, Functional Independence the measure. And through this, the surveillance, very definite and clear the outcome, good outcome is coming. This the chart is showing the cerebrovascular disease and orthopedic procedures. Both, for the both measures. And the blue is showing the admission timing, and red is showing the discharging time. Actually, by through the rehabilitation therapy, such the enormous the improvement is coming as the outcome. Okay, next the actually the epidemiological in the program in India, as you know, the cancer, the patient is rapidly increasing. Not increasing. I'm sorry. Number of patients diagnosed with cancer in India is increasing. And this one source is global can, and this chart is showing the mortality against incident. Incidence means the newly diagnosed. The ratio is in India 69%, but in the United States, Canada, Western Europe, actually 38%. The very big, huge gap is there. The major reason of higher mortality rate are, of course, delayed diagnosis. Second is inadequate, incorrect, or suboptimum treatment, including patient inability to access or complete appropriate therapy. This is the major reason of the gap in between. In this sense, accessibility from home has to be ensured, especially in rural area. I think this is the most important aspect for tackling the cancer treatment. Okay, when we will design the strategy. Of course, we have to consider about what we should do, and what can we do. Such the question should be there. And actually, what is the uniqueness? I think the CCOM has the three big strengths in medical field. One is tertiary care hospital management. Second is rehabilitation. We have the very prominent flagship rehabilitation center in Tokyo. And third is the visiting care. Actually, we have the biggest the home care service infrastructure in Japan. This is the final sheet. Sorry for the delaying. Actually, this is a conclusion of our the near future basic the plan by mixing up the concept of Indo-Japanese. Here, the Sakra is there. Sakra should be strengths much more for tertiary care, teaching, and the research activities. And we should develop such the district depot, family health center. Means in this center we will offer the primary care, day surgery, and after post-discharge care. Means the rehabilitation, home care, and the chemotherapy, radiation therapy. Such the connection, the infrastructure we should develop, because our strategy is very simple. That we have to develop the healthcare system, ensure the continuous care. Okay. Anyway, we will promise that we will create a new future with Indo-Japanese wisdom and passion. Thank you very much.
Now we open for the question answer round.
To Dr. Umesh Gidwani. I think it's something related to the pep talk that you had before your talk, that is on disruptive innovations. You just used this beautiful tagline of getting the cabs on the app. So I just wanted to know whether it was something that you were talking about disruptive innovations positively or negatively. Just a,
I'm
just a
agnostic.
viewpoint on that.
Am I on? So I'm agnostic about positive or negative. The point is that it's bandied about too loosely. Disruptive innovation is not something that you see every day, and certainly not something in the frequency of which it is mentioned.
Okay.
It occurs in spurts, just like, you know how viruses mutate, right? There's a shift and a drift, right? And so shifts are when there is a huge change in the genomics of the virus. And that does not happen often. And that is what I mean by the disruptive.
Okay.
It is a shift rather than a drift. The drift is incremental. And there is nothing wrong. In fact, the proper question is incrementalism positive or negative? And a lot of people talk about incrementalism almost with a negative connotation, and I don't think that that's true. I think incrementalism gives us a chance to pace ourselves, not make major mistakes in one direction or the other. Maybe print the notes before you declare something. You understand what I'm saying? Incremental. Now, what we saw here was a shift without the right preparation. And that's what I mean by incrementalism and innovation not being such a negative term in comparison to disruption or disruptive innovation.
Cleared my doubt. I think I got my answer. So I took the context there. Thank you very much.
First, यहाँ पे अभी explain इसको डाल देते हैं, right?
My name is Hello, sir. My name is Purna Prasad. My question to this gentleman is, why you are not focusing on rural India? India and Japanese collaboration. Why you are not starting from rural India where it is most needed?
I'm not, we are not, the only focusing on, the rural area. But, actually, the 30% of the patients are coming from rural area to, the Sakra hospital, actually. But, after discharge, we have to ensure the post-discharge care. Because the surgery or the neurosurgery would be succeeded in the hospital, but after discharge we have to care by giving the services through the rehabilitation or home care services. But actually, after post-discharge, after discharge from rural area, the people are very difficult to come, to get the appropriate the treatment. That's why we are thinking that to ensure the continuous, seamless, the care, we have to develop such the network, as the Havan spoke, for give the rural people also. This is our idea.
Scale where I see a Japanese collaboration with Indian settings, especially in a hospital setup. How is it to work with Indians, and how are Indians taking to work with the way Japanese work? Because you are very tabulated approach towards care plan for a patient. Has it enhanced patient satisfaction is one question. And second thing, you have a very linear approach for your nursing hierarchy. Has it resulted in better retention strategies, or how has it been taken by the work personnel?
I'm sorry, second point.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Japanese style of functioning is very elaborated in your presentation.
Okay.
My first question is, how has it been receptive? Has it been enough receptive for the workforce? Have they understood your intent, content, and the result?
Yeah, why we are impress such the Japanese way, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, actually, I think the basic, I'm not, the, actually, give the pressure to, the people. We discussing about, how to, improve our, the system. This is our, basic idea, actually. So, we only try. Actually, I have been staying in Bangalore for 3 years. I watched and then the land Indian the way of the hospital operation, and we found some the weakness and strengthness also. Then we first we recognize the weakness areas, and we applied. We tried to discuss with the concerning department, and finally we reached such way it would be the functioning well. That's why we introduced such practices from Japanese hospital actually.
Thank you.
Okay.